What's up, everybody? Let's get ready for this election night conspiracy talk. What's up, Lil Z, man? What's up? What's going on? Hey, make sure y'all, Lil Z, make sure you do a good job monitoring the chat tonight. Be prepared for some crazy people. So, anybody that gets out of hand and starts getting any disrespectful to each other, we want to keep it respectful. It is politics. I don't expect everybody to agree, but just make sure no one's getting out of control. No racism. I don't mind people arguing. Let's just make sure they keep it, at a respectable level. Uh, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all ready for this election night? Gonna be a lot of election conspiracies, guys. Appreciate it, short stack, man. Hope you like the channel. Like I said, guys, this is gonna be election talk tonight. We're talking about the election, some conspiracies behind the election, what's gonna take place after the election. We're gonna talk about other conspiracies too, but I'm gonna take questions from you guys, but please try to keep the chat respectful. It is politics, so I do expect people to disagree in here, but please don't use any racism. Let's try not to belittle anybody. Let's just try to keep it. Let's try to keep it professional when we disagree. We're gonna talk about some conspiracies. You guys in the chat, let me know what you think. Some conspiracies you think are behind the election, or it doesn't have to be about election. We can talk about other conspiracies too. But be prepared for a lot of election talk. I do have my youngest daughter with me. Say hey. Say hey, chat. How's everybody doing tonight, man? How everybody doing? Y'all let me know where y'all at in the chat. What city, what state, what country, where you at in the chat? Let me know. I want to know where my people's at. I want to know where y'all at right now. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me know some opinions of what you think is going to happen tonight. How you think the election is going to go down? Who do you think is going to be the first to 270? Pittsburgh, Jersey, Brooklyn, Tennessee, North Carolina. Okay. We got a variety of people in here. Where everybody else at? Where y'all from? Another North Carolina. Okay. North Carolina in the building. Tennessee in the building. Brooklyn in the building. Jersey in the building. Pittsburgh in the building. Respectfully. Canada. Got the Canadians in the building. Another North Carolina. Oh, like North Carolina might be running the chat tonight. Y'all hit that like button, share the video, tell your friends, get everybody to join. You think Hunter Biden's laptop's gonna hurt Joe Biden's election chance? It's crazy because people have been coming out in record numbers voting this year, like record numbers. And I don't know if it's for people wanting Trump to win that bad that they're coming out and voting, or if it's people that wanting Trump to lose that bad that's coming out and voting for Joe Biden. Denver, Colorado. Okay. Denver, Colorado in the building. That's what's up. Short stack. I think it's gonna be a very entertaining election night, though, man. It's gonna be we're gonna see a lot of wild things tonight. It's gonna be entertaining, guys. Very entertaining. A lot of people are tuning into this election. A lot of people tuning into this election, guys. So yeah, stores are putting up barriers. I've actually been seeing videos of stores putting barriers and boarding up windows and stuff. If Trump loses, they will enforce socialism. No, I'm back. You streaming. We start seeing mass blackouts tonight. I wouldn't be surprised. I feel you. I'm on 2 tablets, 4 iPhones. Subscribe on them all to get your numbers up. Thank you, Short Stack. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That is real support right there. Y'all, please share the video. Let everybody know. Let's get this chat jumping tonight. This is the election party on YouTube, Berto Conspiracy Files. We talking conspiracies tonight. We're going to talk election talk. That's good, man. It's better to be safe than sorry. You know, I mean, a lot of people are scared. You did the right thing. You went to the market, get everything you need, fill up your gas tank. It's gonna be wild. You guys just try your best to stay from outside these next few weeks because it's not gonna be pretty. I'm telling you. That's what's up, Marcus. Please do that for me. Excuse me, guys. Share the video everywhere, please. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you got to do. Let's get this chat going, guys. I want to see Biden supporters and Trump supporters all in here to respectfully agree and disagree. Shout out from Amsterdam. Oh, that's what's up. Amsterdam in the building. I like that. From across the way. Appreciate it, man. There's no age limit on what to be scared. Just try not to just stay out of the way. Just please don't go outside right now. Like after this election, it's not gonna be safe to be out anywhere doing anything, guys. You want to stick to yourself unless you're going to work or something. Get everything you need to get now. But you just don't want to be out in the midst of things. You don't want to be out while they're rioting, looting, because it's going to be a lot of that after this election. Just stay out the way of it. Oh, what's up? We got Australia in the building. Okay, that's what I like to see. Tammy, how you doing? From Australia. He said military operations. If Trump wins, he'll pull it off. Okay, guards at the White House right now. Don't live in fear. Don't be scared, Ryan. Don't be scared. You please also take care of yourself and your family. Blessings. I've been waiting for your lives and just stay. Appreciate it, man. I'm happy so many people have been waiting for my live. A lot of people been waiting for my live. Let's share it. Let's get this live going. Let's get it jumping. Let's get as many people in here as we can, guys. Let's get it locked and loaded. I'll definitely stay safe, Tammy. Thank you. Marcus, ain't no shooting. National Guard gonna handle that. North Korea, Russia finally attacked. So do y'all think they're gonna try to use the meddling with the election excuse this time? Like, you think they'll try to say that somebody interfered? They were trying to say last time Russia interfered with the election. Yeah, Marcus, a civil war would definitely more than likely pop off after this election. It's almost a guarantee. What's wrong, mommy? Almost a guarantee. Nah, Black, I haven't seen the Simpsons new episode. Yeah, bullets are sold out everywhere. It's crazy. It is crazy. People are really they're really in fear of their life. Like people are really scared of what's gonna actually happen after this election. Yeah, I seen what little Trump called Lil Pump, Lil Pimp. I kind of think he did it on purpose. You guys know how Trump is, man. He's a comedian. This guy's a real comedian. Trolling, exactly. Trolling. Pick your poison. You're right, Justin. It is pick your poison. You are absolutely right. I agree with you on that. What do you think will happen tonight? Actually, what I think is gonna happen. So this is just my personal opinion. I think Joe Biden's gonna win the election, and Trump supporters are gonna they're gonna cause chaos. And part of the reason is because they've been watching, Black Lives Matter and all these other organizations riot and loot. They're gonna say it's our turn. You guys are gonna see what happens when our president doesn't win the election, and it's gonna become very unsafe out in the streets. Very unsafe out in the streets. Those Proud Boys are gonna be out. The Proud Boys are gonna be out. It's gonna be. We're gonna see a lot of deaths. We're gonna see a lot of crazy acts. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be real chaos for a couple of weeks too. It may go on longer than that. 210 damage and mass arrest right at their election. Wow. We will see lots of riots and looting. It's smoke screen. Yeah, I agree with you. Deep state trying to run. This election is going to make it easier for them to enforce what they want on us. They're gonna be able to do everything they want to do because the way the citizens of the country are gonna act doesn't matter who wins. Even if Joe Biden loses, we're gonna see a lot of riots and looting going on. Uh, and this is going to make it easier for them to take control over the citizens and take away our rights that we so comfortable having, being able to do whatever we want over here in the States. So what's going to happen after all the rioting and looting is basically going to be they're going to enforce martial law and all the things we've been scared of, losing our guns and all that. That's going to come into place. They're going to start adding all these new laws and restrictions in because of what happens after this election. This election is going to change the course of history. The course of history is really going to change. Do I think there's going to be a civil war? Cato, it's going to be a war on our own, between our own citizens in our country. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm about to run in the kitchen. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, mommy. There. Mm. Ugh. Crazy. So I just seen somebody's comment saying, when will World War III happen? So this is what I think is gonna happen. So after this election, Joe Biden wins. After 2 years, Joe Biden will not be able to maintain office because of his health. And we already know how Joe Biden is. He can barely talk, put together a sentence. He forgets a lot of things. Excuse me. Kamala Harris will take over as the president, and once she take over, she's gonna be so strict, and she's gonna be a pretty much a president of war. She's gonna cause plenty of wars, and then we'll see the start of World War III. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win the election, and what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, the media is definitely protecting Joe Biden. They're trying very hard to protect Joe Biden. Guys, please make sure you hit that like button. People don't get. Yeah, sleeping after this election is gonna be. I'll be up all night, guys. I'm gonna stay up pretty late tonight. I'm gonna check on my food in the microwave. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. See if my food is done yet.
Coming up, the Democrats aren't just eyeing the White House, they want control of the Senate as well. DNC Chairman Tom Perez joins us next to discuss what he considers to be a win on this election day. You're streaming Red and Blue. Stay with us.
Go to the so what do you guys in the comment think is going to happen after this election?
And reach for the stars.
Here we are.
Tom.
Yes, it's my comeback.
Hey, this is pretty fun. Oh, wait,
There's more. Experience thought-provoking,
What's the idea of being a human being?
innovative.
You guys think it's going to be a civil war?
Look through a telescope and go, wow.
Because there's always something new under the sun on CBS Sunday morning.
COVID has taken the lives of tens of thousands of Americans.
Dang.
Rural areas like this here in Navajo Nation are especially hit hard.
15 to 30% of our Navajo citizens don't have running water.
In any indigenous reservation, there is a shortage of physicians.
Native Americans are amongst the most vulnerable and hardest hit by COVID.
Yeah, the more you lose, or
The military will act fast if Trump
the more
wins.
you lose our language and our way of life.
We need to bring awareness to the attention of Washington, D.C. and United States citizens that there is a need to focus on the first citizens of this country.
You said, who do I want to win? I really necessarily don't want anybody to win. That's a good question because if I was to vote, I wouldn't know who I would be voting for, to be honest. They both have their flaws. It's like everyone says, picking your own poison. But I mean,
continues to be the absolute lowest paying employer in the United States.
Barely anybody's making enough to live.
I really can't. That's a good one. I don't know who I want to win. I just never thought about that.
Literally a slave wage. I don't remember growing up like this. My mom didn't have to go to food
Never
banks.
thought about it.
It's pretty sad.
Even really young kids are feeling what's going on right now. How should parents be talking to them about this whole question of racial justice?
How do we embrace this moment and turn it into real change?
What we really must focus on is moving from protesting to policy.
Yes, I got 3 kids. They're all girls. This is the only one I have right now. My oldest is with her mother. My other older one is with her grandma. And I got the baby with me.
Anytime, anywhere.
It's easy to find us, and it's free.
Download the CBS News app on your favorite devices. CBSN Los Angeles, streaming 24/7.
You can watch CBSN 24/7.
But I love my babies. They've been in a few of my videos. I'm trying to get her to sleep so I can focus on the chat, but she's wide awake for some odd reason. She's being a little cranky right now. But I'm loving I'm loving the chat right now. You guys are respectfully disagreeing and agreeing. I love that. Y'all keep it up. Keep sharing the chat, doing what you guys doing. But I like how you guys can respectfully agree and disagree on who you think's gonna win, who you think's doing what. You guys let me know about if y'all want to talk about some other conspiracies right now to the election just started. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. You got any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm down to talk about whatever.
Through early voting in some states and absentee ballots, we've had to change the way that we do our exit polls. So not only do we have people standing there at the polls in these battleground states, which we do have this year, but we've also had to have questions that we've given to voters who mailed in their ballots and voters who in many cases voted early. All of that, though,
trading for it. Yeah, as a teenager, it's just something that keep you busy. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Every election is going to be primary on the voters' minds. 13% say that the current status of the economy is excellent. 35% say that it's good, 31% say it's not so good, 19% say it's poor. What's interesting about this to me, Elaine, is if you split it right in the middle, you see roughly 50-50 divide in terms of people who think that the economy is on the right track. And people
This
who think
election
that
is
it
going to
isn't.
be
It's
wow,
insane.
man.
It's what
I
we
think this is the most
completely
anticipated
insane.
election in history. The most anticipated by a long shot.
Most important issue, far and away, the economy, 34%, but racial inequality pretty close there at 21%. The coronavirus, which I think will be surprising to a lot of people, only coming in at 18%. Crime and safety, 11% there. Now let's talk about the important qualities for a president. Is a strong leader, was the winner, 32% among these early exit polls. Has good judgment, 24%. Cares about people like me, 21%. And can unite the country is the bottom of the barrel in terms of the questions that we ask, the attributes, at just 19%, Elaine.
Interesting. So any surprises, Lana, in these numbers?
I was really surprised by this. Which is more important to your vote? Their positions on the issues, 73% versus their personal qualities, 24%. So as much as we heard, when you combine this with the next slide, if we can do that. Your vote for president was mainly 71% for your candidate and 25% against his opponent. We've heard so much rhetoric about voting against Donald Trump or voting against Biden and Harris, but overall, the people who were showing up and casting their ballots were voting for the people that they wanted to be president rather than against somebody else, Elaine.
All right, Lana, Zach, thank you. We will be checking in with you throughout the night.
All night.
All night. Regardless of who wins the presidency, the election stands to reshape the ideological visions of both major parties. For Republicans, this race will determine whether or not the president's vision and message will dominate the party. A victory would likely signal a further embrace of the last 4 years. A loss could signal a return to the pre-Trump days within the Republican Party. For Democrats, it's likely the party's centrist and progressive wings that will see themselves at a crossroads. Joe Biden has not hidden his push as a more moderate candidate, but some, such as his former opponent, Bernie Sanders, have called his agenda the most progressive in the party's history. The election results will define just how that dynamic plays out. And for more on that, I'm going to bring in Tom Perez. He's the chairman of the Democratic National Committee and joins me now.
Hollywood
from
celebrities.
Delaware.
Hollywood is.
Thanks very much for being with us.
Hollywood is a sick place right
So
now,
Joe
guys.
Biden has often framed this election as being a referendum.
Alien. Marcus, I agree with you on the aliens and reptiles rule the world. I definitely agree with you on that.
For Democrats' future.
Well, I don't think we're going to have to consider that because we have a very, very strong map to look at. And I think what's interesting about your question and what's interesting about what we see going across America is there is a
I've been saying for a while that
coalition of Biden supporters that include hardcore Democrats, including Democrats who are voting for the first time, independents. I mean, you look at things like and then you look at things like the Lincoln Project.
yeah, Hollywood is pedo central.
Party of Lincoln.
Straight pedophile. That's all you see in Hollywood.
Here is
majority of the Hollywood people are pedophiles.
Because I was just in Texas, and there's a lot of folks who I would call George W. Bush Republicans. They're compassionate conservatives, and they're turned off by Donald Trump and what he has done. There are in Arizona, there are John McCain Republicans who are turned off. By
You guys got me really entertained in this chat. I'm seeing some stuff that making me think.
And that's a big
y'all are really woke. A lot of y'all are really woke in this chat.
As Democrats, we're fighting for the same things we've been fighting for, frankly, for 80 years. Healthcare. Who brought us Medicare and Medicaid? Who brought us Social Security? Who brought us the Affordable Care Act? Democrats have been fighting to make sure that healthcare is a right for all. And that's still the number one issue for so many voters because we're in a pandemic right now. And what's the response of Donald Trump? It's to do away with coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. COVID is the third leading cause of death in America. Let's do away with health care coverage. That makes no sense to a lot of voters.
Well, we've seen how presidents in the past have framed their parties, from George W. Bush's compassionate conservatism to Barack Obama's image of leading a progressive, diverse coalition of hope and change. Do you see the Democratic Party's shift to the left as being in step with the country or an attempt to bring it there?
If they force vaccine, I'm telling you guys, do not get the vaccine. Do not get the vaccine unless, you know, this is the one way they can only really force us to get this vaccine is if they make it mandatory, like in order to get certain jobs or do certain things, you have to have the COVID-19 vaccine, which I think they will implement that at some point to get everybody to take this vaccine.
The agenda of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is about making sure that
and over time,
opportunity.
that vaccine will kill us, and that's how they're going to reduce the population, because it's something in that vaccine that's going to hurt people and kill them in the long run.
So that nobody working a full-time job should have to, go to the food pantry to feed their family, addressing things such as paid leave. When the pandemic hit, we were basically the only nation on the planet that had to deal with the issue of paid leave. Every other nation has dealt with that. And I think those are issues that are going to resonate with voters.
But please don't take the vaccine unless you got a gun to your head.
Finish line across every single state. So get out there and vote if you're watching this.
So speaking of issues that resonate with voters, I want to put up on the board control room the issues that matter most to.
But after the election, guys, we're going to see COVID-19 die down big time.
The economy until you get a handle on the coronavirus. You look at the most important issue here, according to our exit polls, it is in fact the economy, with racial inequality at second place there, 21% in the coronavirus, 18%
You would have done it, yeah, you're not taking. Hey, that's what I like to hear.
Appears to be the most significant sort of motivating issue for people, at least according to this exit poll. What do you make of that, considering what in fact we had heard from the Trump campaign and from the president himself in his final pitch to voters about being the person they argue who could lead the economy back?
It's right.
In response to your question on my travels here during the campaign, spent a lot of time in the I-4 corridor of Florida, not too far from Disney World. And I spent a lot of time in Nevada and Las Vegas. And
you want Daddy clean your nose?
Is off the charts unemployment. Why? Because
I believe the election starts at 8 or 7, 8 p.m.
People don't want to go to Disney World. People don't want to go to the Strip until they feel safe. They're not going to feel safe until we get a handle on the coronavirus. And that's the point that Joe Biden, I think, very correctly makes. We can't fix the economy until we've gotten a handle on the coronavirus. They're inextricably intertwined. And Donald Trump's closing argument was that we've turned the corner on the coronavirus. We haven't turned the corner on the coronavirus. We had the worst, last 10 days, I think, since the pandemic began. And so these issues are inextricably intertwined. And
but does that surprise you, Mr. Chairman?
That we want leaders.
To see that ranking, though, that it's the top issue, the economy, and at least according to these voters that we've spoken with, it's not necessarily inextricably linked if you consider that the economy places first and the coronavirus places third with respect to the most important issue.
Well, again, I guess I would ask you again, how do you fix the economy in Orlando, Florida? How do you fix the economy in Las Vegas? How do you fix the economy in leisure and hospitality? As your former labor secretary, I've studied a lot of these issues, and we're about, you look and see what's happening now with the economy. This president is the first president since Herbert Hoover who's going to preside over net job loss under his watch. That hasn't happened in 90 years. We have 8 million more people in poverty right now. And that's because of the coronavirus.
What exactly? I haven't really heard much about the Joe Biden laptop. I mean, his son's laptop. I really haven't heard what's on there. I just haven't had the time to really look into it. Can anybody tell me what they found on the laptop?
For the corovirus, he said yesterday is, I'm going to.
What's on that laptop, guys? Can y'all please tell me?
Anymore, I guess. That's not leadership.
Let me know exactly what's on that laptop. Hunter Biden, right? What are some of the things that they found on there?
approach. There's been no leadership on the civil rights issues that are also part of that slide that you showed.
Hunter
We
Biden.
want leaders who will bring us together. And I think that the vice president has a very, very strong plan to build back better, to make sure we get a handle on the coronavirus, to build our economy. Talk to voters in Michigan. The reason why I think Joe Biden's doing really well in Michigan and places like Michigan is it was Joe Biden and Barack Obama who saved the auto industry. And you look at what happened under Donald
Crack
Trump's
pigs,
watch.
black.
Before the
Every
pandemic, we were in a
Oh, damn.
manufacturing recession. He promised there'd never be a plant closure, and he lied. Wasn't true.
Mr. Chairman, in our final 30 seconds,
Obama
is Joe
and
Biden going
Clinton.
to win tonight?
Wow, so that email got a lot of stuff on it.
Tonight, because we have many states that are going to count their
Burden
votes.
and
We wanna
shadows.
make sure that
These elite people are
everyone
trying
has
to
the
close our
ability
third
to
eye
cast
so that we
their
don't
vote,
see
that
through
all
everything.
those votes
Oh
are
yeah,
counted.
Burgundy, they are trying to close our third eye. They're trying to keep us to the point where we don't know anything, and they're trying to make everything seem like it's false, so that we won't wake up, and so that they can keep us out of the loop of what's going on. They can control us that way when we don't speak out on things, and we let them dumb us down.
And bring us together and bring our economy back.
We lose.
Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for your time.
My pleasure.
Coming up, Georgia is the only state with 2 Senate seats on the ballot. A look at the races that could decide whether Republicans keep their majority in the chamber. Stay with us. You're streaming Red and Blue.
Now, rest in peace to your ex. And he knew something that we don't know.
Taxing jobs even before coronavirus came. Since my life, I have no idea what I'm walking into. I don't know if the customer.
Very knowledgeable person. Knowledge is the most powerful thing. And people that have knowledge get deemed to be crazy, or they always try to make you out to be a bad person when you know too much, or when you actually try to figure things out. That's the problem we have now.
We have to be willing to change policy on a permanent basis.
That's the problem now, especially here in America. Anytime you're woke, is they try to make you out to be a bad guy. Hey Maria, thank you. This is my little princess. Respect your channel too much, but check it though. Nah, man, put whatever you gotta put, man. We're exposing these elites right now. We're exposing them. It's election night. We're exposing all the dirt tonight. All the dirt. There's a lot going on in the world right now. This, like I said, guys, this is probably one of the biggest elections in history, as far as the end result and what's gonna take place after is what more people are worried about. When the election ends today, it's over today, it's really not over. I'm scared of it. Yeah, the world right now is a very scary place. It is. They're doing whatever right now to rig these elections, guys. There's so much corrupt stuff going on right now. Politicians are like some of the most evil people in the world. Damn, that laptop has all that dirt in it, Marcus. Young Poppy. Young Poppy, that's a good one. Laptop Anthony, when his laptop with heavy videos will destroy the Democratic plantation. Wow. I think I think we're going to see a lot more emails getting exposed. This is going to become a normal thing around election time. Is exposing emails of these politicians. It's going to become a trend. What? What? We all knew Juice WRLD and X were sacrificed. That's obvious sacrifices right there. Telling you guys, those ritual sacrifices are something. Those are very much legit. Like, people tend to not want to believe ritual sacrifices, but it's been happening for years. Nothing new. I can tell you now, the industry wants NBA Youngboy dead. The industry does not like NBA Youngboy. They want him dead or in jail. Yeah, the industry really hates Youngboy, and I hope they don't take him. But he's in an invisible fight against the industry, and nobody pays it no attention. Yeah, Bill Cosby did have a lot of money, and he was about to buy NBC. And right when he's about to buy it, that's when all the bullshit started happening, so he couldn't buy it. That's why I say they fear black people having generational wealth. No, I didn't see Biden send condolences to Freeway. I did not see that. Yeah, NBA YoungBoy had G Money killed. That's an obvious one. He definitely did. No, Mark, they definitely don't want black people to grade. They always want to keep us down. That's just one thing they're always going to try to do. Yeah. NBA YoungBoys fans are very loyal. That's why it's so hard for the industry to blackball him. Because no matter what they do, his fans are always going to be there. They're not just going to... He actually has loyal fans. Very loyal fans. I don't think there's nobody in the industry with more loyal fans than NBA YoungBoy. Social media blackout for 10 days? That'd be crazy. I did not think about that one. The social media blackout for 10 days. Wow. Why you being a crybaby? You ready to go to sleep, mommy? Oh, why you want to be a crybaby, mommy? Industry, go back. So do y'all think the industry is gonna kill YoungBoy, or do you think he'll manage to get by? Young Papa, you think 2021 is gonna be worse? Yeah, you're right, Flo. Fleck. At midnight, people's true colors will be exposed. The true colors of what's the people of this nation is about to come out at midnight. thing can sit here and hold you. I think Juice WRLD got poisoned. What's up, everybody in the chat? For those of you who just joined or haven't been in here that long, we're just talking about the results of the election, who we think will win, what's gonna happen afterwards. And we're just talking about other conspiracies. If you got any questions, just speak about it, talk about it. Just keep it friendly in the chat. But this is a very big election, and what's gonna happen at midnight is gonna be what gets everybody. That's what we're really thinking about right now. How do I think they poisoned Juice WRLD? Something. Okay, their excuse was he overdosed on pain pills because the feds were out there. But I think he was poisoned on the plane. And you was a good girl before Daddy got on live. Now Daddy's on here. You want to show up? Let's go, y'all. Like the video. Let's get it at 35 likes. Keep bringing people in. Let's keep talking. I'm loving you guys' conversation in the chat. I'm telling you guys now, I appreciate everybody's conversation in the chat. I'm trying to look at as much stuff as possible. Actually entertaining me, guys. Just continue to talk about conspiracies you guys know about, what you guys think. I'm loving it right now. I'm loving it. This is what the chat is here for, man. We're learning. We're all learning things. We all got our own conspiracies we wonder about. That is what the chat is about. What the hell is that noise? It's okay. Tupac is my favorite rapper ever.
Hello, my name is Killian.
I'm sorry, guys. I got a grumpy baby right now. Grumpy baby. But y'all just keep everybody in the chat entertained. Keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all keep the chat live, man. Keep it live. Shit. Trying to get my daughter to go to sleep, man. Since she is not in a good mood. But guys, we're just about an hour and a half out of the election polls closing, all the polls closing, and we're that much more closer to what's about to go down. I'm telling you, midnight, we will see a lot of Americans' true colors. The country will go up in flames. When this election's over, it's going to be very, very scary out there. Eli, keep it up. I appreciate you keeping the chat live. You know, y'all keep talking about conspiracies and, you know, y'all got some good conversation going in here. I can say that. But we're an hour and a half away before the election really officially kicks off. It's gonna be a wild show tonight, guys. Be ready. Be ready, guys. We will see, guys. Are y'all ready for this election? So I think part of the reason Trump's going to lose too is so that Trump is going to lose so that they can get the citizens of America to go against each other even more. Belinda, John McCain's dead. I can't even. That's funny. That's that. Young Papa. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Guys, remember, this is one of the most important elections in history. This is going to tell you guys what path our country will go down. We're liable to see our country get destroyed. I'm telling you, guys, if Biden wins, it's going to be chaos in America. Chaos. You're going to win. Joe Biden is going to win this election. Don't be worried, guys. Don't be worried. Whatever happened. Just be prepared for a lot of riots, a lot of stuff getting destroyed. There's big crowds of people gathered outside the White House. People are already prepared. Excuse me. People are really prepared for this election. They're ready for something major to happen. And I think both candidates already know this. The country's going to go to a shithole regardless of who wins. Regardless of who wins, it's going to be rioting and all that stuff anyways. Imagine waking up. Imagine going to sleep, waking up, and the person you want to be president loses. I would hope the elite don't have time to come in my chat and gather information. So it is everybody in my chat prepared for a nationwide lockdown? Are we prepared? I want to know if everybody in my chat is prepared for a nationwide lockdown, because that's probably what's going to happen. We might see a nationwide lockdown. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna see. Who do you think the 666 guy is? Tough one. So getting sleepy, guys. So yeah, guys. So just get ready. I feel like they're gonna do like a nationwide shutdown, because the protesting and the rioting and stuff after the election is gonna be so bad that they cannot control it. So they're gonna have to come out with curfews, basically how they did COVID-19, but worse. It's gonna be restrictions. Gonna be military personnel out on the roads, pretty much governing the roads. We're about to see a lot of stuff that we took for granted at one point. We're gonna start taking more serious now. So get ready for this nationwide lockdown, guys. This is gonna be the only way they can fight fight with what's going on and what's gonna happen. if Trump wins, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be rioting and stuff. I don't think it'll be as bad, but it will definitely happen as far as like what's gonna happen around the country. But I don't think the outcome will be as bad. What's good, bro? I am about to take a nap, though. I'm tired as fuck. I know, dog. I'll be sleepy as hell. All right, I'm about to get off. I'm about to get off about an hour, take a nap, and then get back on. No, I'm saying I'm gonna get up an hour. All right. Burgundy, I wish I was the most known conspiracy theorist, but I'm definitely not. So guys, I'm really sleepy. My daughter, I finally got her to go to sleep. I'm about to go take me a nap. So, like I said, the election polls close at 8:30. I'll be back online at like 8:30, 8:45. Live stream. I'm gonna live stream during the election show, but this was the pre-election talk. I let you guys pretty much do what you want to do in the chat talk. We'll be back in a little bit. All my mods, I'll probably be back on like 8:30, maybe a little after 8:30. I have to pick my wife up from work at 9:30, so I'll be on for like maybe 30 minutes. Then I'll hop back off and pick her up from work, and then I'll hop back on. No, I'm not gonna stay live. I'm not gonna stay live. I gotta let the laptop get a little rest and charge. But I'll definitely, guys, be back at 8:30, around 8:30, 8:45. I'll be back live. And I'll do more talking this go around, the next go around, guys. Like I said, I'm very tired. But I hope all you guys come back and we can finish where we left off at. I hope, and this will be during the election. So I'm gonna take a quick nap. I'll have an alarm set, guys, and I'll be back so we can have some more talks. I'll definitely be refreshed, guys. But again, thanks, because you guys did a great job on the stream and talking. Very respectful conversations. Keep this up, and I'll see you guys in an hour, okay?